What's up guys, I'm Hookah-Drew, as you may know, and today we're going to be doing a review on the H-LEGEND-4. And you're probably wondering what the hell this thing is, and that's the same thing I said. It's set up just like a vaporizer, but it's not an actual vaporizer. You actually use actual SHISHA, but it's like an electronic head that you actually use with batteries to heat the SHISHA and smoke it. It's from a company over in China, and I was contacted to review this, so I am reviewing this, and I'm gonna, give you guys like a brief idea of what the hell's going on and how it works and if it works. So let's do this. The hookah head is about 10 inches high, and it's rose gold. It has a bottom grommet piece, which fits onto a KM from what I've seen. The very bottom is where the batteries go in. This is an igniter on top of the ceramic. These are the function buttons which power and control heat. This is a heating coil which acts as the coals. This is the screen where you put the SHISHA in. These are the little tongs he gives you. This is a little cleaning brush. Little glass cover for the top. And a remote. So basically what we're going over here is it's this unit, and at the bottom of this it seems to have its own little grommet, which I actually had a discussion with the gentleman, the owner of this, and he was telling me I needed a certain bowl, which I didn't really understand. I'm thinking maybe he was talking about the hookah, and it had to do with this grommet piece here. And so basically this grommet piece here, it sits on your bowl. This is a Kahel Mamoon hookah, and it fits, fits just fine on it. It's pretty snug on there. And under here, as you may know, the close-up footage I took, you put the batteries in here, and there's a plus and a minus. If you don't know how to put batteries in, you have issues. So I have fully charged batteries. This came with batteries. He sent me batteries. I don't know if there are batteries included. They might be, if you're lucky. So I charged them up, and so on mine, the left is positive, that one's the ground, so you flip them in as if you would do any other battery. And there are two little divots in this little, like, horseshoe looking piece here, and all you gotta do is you just toss them all up in there. Then after doing that, then obviously screw on the bottom. So this part is pretty much common sense. The next few steps are going to be the pretty funky cool parts and whatnot. So yeah. Alright, so at this point you see a screen. There's a little screen here. Obviously that's where you put the SHISHA in. It has a little divot right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a little igniter here. You want to put that right over the igniter, so it kind of sits in there like so. Once again, that's a little bit of common sense right there. And so I have some motherfucker banana, and I'm going to use these little nifty tweezers / tongs that come with it, and I'm just going to goop some on there, and you are able to put like a good amount on there. Like example, I kind of just smothered it in that stuff. This little coil here, this acts as the heater, essentially. This is like a heating coil. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just explaining the basics to you so you know what's going on here. And that little igniter piece in there, this little coil thing has to be touching it for this all to work, because that's what's heating it up, essentially. It does come with these screws here. There are two little screws on the side, and what you do is just screw them down, and basically looks like this once you have everything kind of crammed together. Toss that bad Larry on there, and now is where the whole vape idea comes to play, and you essentially just have to press this button 5 times, I think it is, to turn it on. So yeah, there it is. And it is set to 250 as a preset. I'm gonna crank the heat. Something I did realize, I did play with this. my decrease in heat button. Oh, it works now. Well, there you go. It wasn't working the other day, so it's working today. That's good. So I'm gonna fire this fucking bad boy up really high. It's kind of cool. It has a little digital display. Shows you the heat. Let's see. I'm gonna put this up to about 325. I will get a close-up of the screen so you can see it, kind of like over here, just to get an idea of what it looks like. And then this little button comes into play here. Well, it's a remote. It lights up red. This will light up red when it's actually receiving the signal. So when you're setting the temperature, it's just setting the temperature essentially. It says it's set like 0.25, but you're supposed to tap this 3 times, and what it does is it starts a timer up, and what it's doing is it's actually heating up the coil. So let me do that real quick so you can hear it kind of going at it right now. And so as that's heating up, I'm just going to plug this hose in. It's starting to smoke a little bit. I have a crap ton of shisha on there. And we're at 90, 105 Celsius. I'm going to take a hit. Okay, not too much going on right now. Let's see. It's climbing, it seems to be burning more. Kind of burning an awful lot. It hasn't even reached 200 yet. Some smoke now. Still kind of climbing in temperature here. As you hit it, it decreases temperature, obviously, because you're taking away from some of the heat. So 2 does nothing. 1, 2, 3. That shuts it off. So then now it's decreasing again. 1, 2, 3. Heating back up. So if you hold it down, it continues the heating. But if you hit it 3 times, I believe after 3 minutes it'll shut off. Very different. This is a very different setup. Very weird. You seem to get a very burnt smell. I did put a lot of tobacco in there just to fry it up. I'm gonna let this attempt to heat up to 325 degrees Celsius and to see what happens there. It's starting to produce some clouds. So it has clouds. Okay. As far as what it's doing to the tobacco, it's kind of burning it. Granted, it probably wouldn't be as bad if I kind of like, I don't know, not put as much tobacco in there, but I would think you want a little bit touching, not to burn, but just to kind of get smoke. So basically, what I see this doing right now is kind of creating a just an extra filtered cigarette, because it's literally burning the tobacco, and that's the smoke I'm getting. It's not actually heating it up as I thought it would be doing right now. It's yet to reach 300. Granted, 300 might be a little too hot anyways. I just wanted to crank it up just to see how high it would go. So what I will do is I will hit 3, let it cool down a little bit. The battery was full. It did sit off the charger for maybe a couple hours, but it's about 3/4 of the way already. As you can see, the clouds are kind of dying down now. As far as flavors going, there's not too much flavor going on with this device. And so basically what's happening here is I am not getting the same experience as you would with just putting coals on top of foil and letting that just heat up the bowl. Not really too much more I can say about this device. It's an awesome concept, really good idea. It does have some flaws from what I'm seeing here. It needs to be more of a heating and less of a burning, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because I mean, if you put too much shisha in there, then that's gonna wind up burning out quicker. So I wanted more with a little more juice, and kind of how I do a normal bowl. This is like a glass little cover. When those screws are on, you can't really seem to get it to fit on there with the screws, and I haven't tried to light it without the screws. Holy shit. And that was all burnt. So oh my god. So what I have come down to is this product, it's you know, it has great intentions. It's a really good idea. I like the idea of, you know, not having to use coals, and maybe, and some ideas I would try to put towards it is, it has the battery power. Yes, the batteries run out extremely fast. Maybe have some sort of AC adapter so it can kind of like the vapes that you can plug in and you can smoke the vapes and not worry about the battery dying. Maybe an idea like that. As far as power wise goes, as far as heating up goes, it seems to just be burning the tobacco. I also did put a large portion of tobacco in there, but I mean, that shouldn't really be that bad. But as a hookah smoker, I like to have smooth smoke, and not only do I like to have smooth smoke, I like to have clouds. And not only do I like to have clouds, I like to have taste, that's generally what you're going for when you have a hookah, because you want to go for all those 3 different things, or varies on that. I mean, if you're really into just a light smoke, or if you're a cigar smoker, this thing seems to be burning it like a cigar. I mean, it has really cool features. I mean, you have a remote control, you set it with this, you know, you hit it 3 times, begins to heat up to the temperature that you set it to, and you hit it 3 times again, it'll stop. Or you can hold it down to let it heat up. And obviously, after you set a certain temperature, hit it 3 times, it runs for about 3 minutes, and then it automatically shuts off. And so you can just turn it back on once it shuts off. But as far as I feel about this, I personally probably wouldn't use this too much. I will try it again another time. But as far as what I'm experiencing, there's a lot of burning going on, and it's not really my thing. Unless you're into burnt shisha. That's no go for me. Nonetheless, if you do want to visit the website, I will post the website here. And from there you can visit this website and see all the other different products that they have. There is also vapes. They have Hookah Vapes. I do have one, and I will review it so you can see what's going on with that. Maybe it would be a little better than what's going on with this Hookah Head. I feel like this Hookah Head, like I said, great intentions, but I feel like there needs to be a little bit more development involved. Less burning, more heating kind of idea. So other than that, that pretty much wraps up this review. I hope this helped you guys out. I reviewed this product for them. I'm not always satisfied with the stuff I review. I mean, if I don't think it's going to work great, I'm going to let you know, in my professional opinion. So as far as this goes, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Awesome design, awesome look. Some of you might be a little more interested into doing this, if you don't want to light coals around or whatnot and use batteries. So thank you for watching, guys. I am Hookah-Drew. Have a good day.